You're in charge of the microphone.
I was in charge of turning this on.
Right. Okay, welcome everyone. We're playing Majora's Mask.
Awkward Otters, Majora's Mask, episode 1.
Uno dos. For all those who have missed the 13 minutes of recording that we've already done, because we had no audio, our character's name is Strumpy.
Strumpy. Where is Strumpy from?
Last night when I was drunk.
Oh, okay. Alright, so... Dude, so I'm actually playing this on the 3DS right now.
Yeah, how is it?
And it's great. It's really good. It's, everything's a lot better. Like, they changed, like, the Bomber's Notebook, so it's, like, easier to find, like, out what everybody's doing. It has, like, everybody's schedule and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks so good. And it especially, I think I'm going to appreciate it now, playing it on the N64. Because, like, when you play something, like, I haven't played it, yeah. Oh, it looks so awful. Link looks, like, so fat. Like, he has this chubby little face.
Well, he hasn't gone through his, puberty yet.
Yeah, he's still got a little bit baby fat on him, I think.
So, I was actually looking up the history of all the Zeldas in, like, the chronological order.
Oh, yeah, is it split timelines?
Yeah, like, at the end of Wind Waker, well, no, at the end of
Ocarina.
It goes into three different stories.
Yeah, there's, like, the timeline where he died. Then there's the Young Link timeline, and then there's the Adult Link timeline.
This is the Young Link timeline.
Right.
Because after this one, then apparently, what takes place,
I think after this it's
Twilight.
Like,
it was Twilight after this. And then Four Swords at the end of that timeline.
Okay.
Because the timeline that I like to play goes, Wind Waker, because it's a land without a hero, is the timeline I like to play.
Right.
It goes Wind Waker, Phantom Hourglass, and Spirit Tracks, which
I've never played Phantom Hourglass or Spirit Tracks.
I'm playing Spirit Tracks right now.
Is it good?
I love it.
I heard that Spirit Tracks is cool, but I heard Phantom Hourglass is kind of...
I want to play it.
Oh yeah, so you haven't played Phantom Hourglass yet?
No, I
just got... Phantom Hourglass comes before Spirit Tracks, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the, so it happens right after Wind Waker.
Right.
And it's... From what I understand, it's basically the pirates. At the end of that, they found a new land, which
they like
countless
Hyrule,
years,
right? They like turn that into Hyrule, kind of. No. What's it called? What's the name?
I think it's Otters.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I haven't heard of that shit.
No, it's the island that Link and Wind Waker.
Really?
Starts off.
What? It just becomes a continent?
No, they sail off and they find a continent.
And they name it. They name it after.
I think so.
Home. Okay, cool.
It's either that or the village you start. I just started playing it.
Right.
So they haven't missed. But young Zelda's in there.
Tetra?
No, it's...
Or she's already Zelda because Wind Waker already happened.
Yeah, well, the bloodline's all done.
Oh, yeah,
it's hundreds of years
Yeah,
later.
okay, that's right, I forget. I always forget that they can just, like, have new Links if they want to. Because this is... In Majora's Mask, this isn't very often where you play as the same Link for two different games.
Yeah.
I think it's one of the only ones that you... Because what... Oh, my God. Because what is there? There's like Zelda 1 and Zelda 2.
Yeah, Legend of Zelda.
Adventure of Link.
Yeah.
That's the same Link. But,
which
I'm
supposedly
fucking destroying these bushes.
The ending, that's the final timeline of the, when he loses in Ocarina.
Is the end?
Yeah, the first two Zeldas ever made are the
the end of the when he dies. Yeah, exactly.
Which I'm wondering where the Wii U version of Zelda is gonna come in.
I hope I just hope that they continue. I don't know, man. I just want the timeline to like have some continuity between games, like between. Oh my god.
What the fuck are those?
They don't want to be cut, dude. Oh man, I didn't get 3 rupees, guys. Awkward Otter is fucking killing it. Why is this so difficult?
So, like, the camera, you can't move the camera in this, can you?
No, you can't. And you can on the 3DS. And it's so much harder that you can on the 3DS and not on this.
Can you use the triggers to refocus it?
Yeah, you can. But this is fucking funky with a joystick, to be honest with you. Not with a... Oh, dude, it's weird. It's really weird. This is like the hardest boss in Majora's Mask, without a doubt.
the floor.
Jumping on the tree stumps. There we go.
Yeah.
It's gonna take a little getting used to. We'll figure it out though.
Yeah. We'll get going. No, the new Zelda. I'm really, really excited for it.
I'm excited for that too, dude. I think it's gonna be really cool. Like, I hope that they kind of have like some throwbacks to the NES Zelda, because this is gonna be like, thematically, it's gonna be a throwback, because it's gonna be like you can do the dungeons in any order.
Yeah, I'm so excited for that.
So I think that would be really cool if they like I know that there's like a dragon boss in the NES version. It's just like straight up just like a fire breathing dragon. Like his wings is green, and they haven't really done that in Zelda since. And like I think it would be really cool if they just reimagined all the old bosses from the NES version. Mm-hmm. Obviously, like in HD with like some new mechanics and stuff. I think that would be a really cool throwback. If it was like almost like the same kind of Hyrule that was in the NES version, that would be really cool.
Fucking Skull Kid's so goddamn cocky.
Dude, I love this. I love.
Does he ever get a name besides Skull Kid?
No, he's just Skull Kid. He's in Ocarina.
He is?
Like, yeah. You give him the Mask of Truth, I think, and like the Happy Mask Salesman quest.
Oh.
Which it's kind of funny that like the only role he has in Ocarina is with masks, and then in Majora's Mask he's like the main antagonist.
So he sets off the events that have the moon coming down on us.
Right. He does what he already did to you, to the Happy Mask Salesman, prior to the game starting. He like kind of mugs him. Yeah. And then instead of taking his Ocarina, he takes Majora's Mask. And then, like, prior to having Majora's Mask, he was just kind of like a troublemaker, you know? But, Majora, like, really, like, the antagonist of the whole game is, like, the spirit in the mask. Yeah, it's not really Skull Kid. Look how, you can see his eyes are floating a little bit above the mask. Like, it's a separate texture. That's really funny. Tattle's such a fucking bitch at the beginning of this.
It's still better than Navi.
Oh, it's 1,000,000 times better than Navi, dude. Like, the little dinging noise is so much better than... Hey! Listen! Oh, it's awful, dude. I think that Tattle's just, like, a cooler... She has more personality than Navi does. Like, she's kind of, like... She's a little spunky to Link. Yeah. She just, like... I mean, just Navi didn't really have any personality in...
Oh, no, she's like a nagging bitch.
Yeah. That was her personality, bitch. Yeah. But, I think it's funny, too, that, like, that's kind of what, like, at the very beginning, like, what we just played, the little, intro says that he's, like, looking for a friend, right? So he's obviously looking for Navi. And I think it's funny that, like, he's looking for Navi when, in reality, like, Navi didn't, I don't know, like...
I wouldn't look for Navi.
I wouldn't look for her either, dude, like... I'd be like, cool, dude, I got a new fairy. I don't need this bitch anymore. As soon as I got Tattle, I would have just left. I would have just been like, I'm going back to Hyrule. I'm fine, I got a new friend.
Okay, so this town is outside of Hyrule's kingdom?
Termina?
Yeah.
Well, there's like a lot of debate of what Termina is. Like, a lot of, like, there's an episode of Game Theory where, what's his name, says that Termina, that Link is actually, like, dead in Majora's Mask, and this is all, like, a crazy dream he has before he dies. And there's, like, a theory that Termina is kind of like the alternate version of Hyrule, like a parallel universe to Hyrule, because it's kind of weird how, like, obviously, like, they did have to they used a lot of the same models and stuff because it was like a direct sequel.
Yeah.
But also, like, it's kind of weird how, like, all the characters are the same, and, like, all the, like, models are the same, and so it kind of leads to the idea that, like, these are all people that Link has met before, just in, like, a slightly different way. You know, they all have slightly different personalities. So it's not really ever said, because Termina isn't in any other Zelda games other than Majora's Mask, which I wish they would do more stuff in Termina, because I think Termina has so much more personality than Hyrule does.
Well, Hyrule is, like, the most Hyrule's ever been, like, established. Yeah, well, no, it's just a kingdom. It's the grassy lands. Because Ganon comes from the tribe out in the desert.
The Gerudos?
Yeah, and they're, like, well, he's, like, super pissed. At least this is from the Wind Waker's projection. he gets like super. He's like, no, I want this land. I want the green, the bounty.
Yeah. Well, I think it's kind of like I'm trying to think of like a good example, like the world I think is named Hyrule, but then I think there's like a capital of the world that's also called Hyrule. Like that's like the grassy nice, because like
Hyrule was named after Helia, the
which
goddess.
is okay.
Princess
You might
Zelda.
be right. Yeah. Which is she's a reincarnation from Skyward Sword. So you might be right. It might be only like the nice area is Hyrule. I don't know. I never really thought about that. But yeah, I love like this whole area, and this like the music. The Song of Healing is like such a cool song. I don't know. Like I think it's cool that like this door closes and like you never go back. Like
That's the threshold.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I would love if they like how they did Link Between Worlds, how they made that a direct sequel to Link to the Past. I think that'd be really cool if they just did a new 3DS Zelda that picked up after Majora's Mask. I think that'd be awesome.
They already did the new Link Between Worlds. There's 2 Link Between Worlds.
No, there's only one Link Between Worlds.
I thought there was 2. Like there's the new one that just came out,
Right.
and then there was like one
Right, that was Link to the Past
okay.
for SNES. And then Link Between Worlds is a direct sequel to that on 3DS.
Okay.
And so, like, I think since they already have like this engine on the 3DS, like the Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask engine, I think it'd be really cool if they just used the same engine and just made a sequel with like the same art style and the same mechanics and all the stuff of the N64 games. Because those are the games that people our age grew up with, you know?
Yeah.
And those are like, I mean, Majora's Mask isn't quite as popular as Ocarina of Time, but Ocarina of Time, everybody, I think without a doubt, is the most recognized, critically successful Zelda game in existence.
Zelda game that like was like this is Zelda.
Exactly. And so I think it would be so smart for them to do a new Zelda in that same style as Ocarina of Majora.
Here's the thing, like the new Zelda that's coming out for Wii U, and everyone who's listening, you should check out the trailer. It looks beautiful. I think it's set in the exact same time as Ocarina.
Really?
Because in the background you can see Doom Mountain,
Death Mountain. Yeah, you can see it.
Yeah,
that's true. I mean, Death Mountain's in a lot of Zelda games. It's in Link to the Past too.
It had that iconic.
But it did have that. It had this like the circular kind of like smoky halo kind of around it.
And it had that like I'm gonna bash on their graphics, but like the cheap spire of what it was. Like you know how in Ocarina of Time that it was just like a shoot up.
The
like,
mountain, Death Mountain, yeah, absolutely.
Because they couldn't graphically, make it like a nice looking mountain.
Right.
And it had that same look. Kind of like a Devil's Tower in Montana.
Yeah. That would be awesome. I'd be stoked if that's what it was. There's so little information about it now.
Oh, they put it off for another year.
Yeah, I know, man. I'm bummed.
No, I'm happy.
I guess it's true. I'd rather it be. I mean, Nintendo does make really good shit when they delay it. So.
Yeah, I'd rather have them delay it for a month to a year for it to be something good.
Right. I love. This is like so nostalgic. See, there's a couple differences in the 3DS version that's like difficult for me to get used to. Because in the 3DS version, this guy right here is actually in North Clocktown.
Oh,
or not North Clocktown, South Clocktown, the area we just came from. He's right behind the tower, and I never understood like what this guy did when he smacked your head.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna give this guy 3 rupees. What he does is, here we go. Let's see, Strumper. Don't forget. Let me stamp you with my special ink. So there, that's what he's doing. So like that's the way that this works is because you lose all your rupees when you play the Song of Time and you go back in time, right?
Yeah.
But the way it works is basically Link is stealing other people's money, because when you deposit money, that dude puts a stamp on your head. And then you go back in time and you still have the stamp.
Yeah.
And so you deposit, let's say he has a stamp, he like stamps you for like, you have 300 rupees. And then you go back to the first day, and he sees the stamp, and he takes rupees that he has out of his bank to give to you because he thinks they're yours, but it's the first day, so you haven't deposited shit to him. So he's literally just like handing you like 300 rupees of other people's money.
Nice.
Which I find hilarious. Yeah, and like I never knew that. I was too fucking stupid. I was like 11. I didn't understand anything.
All right, everyone. Thanks for joining us. This was, well, it's just Tim and Mike right now.
This is just Tim and Mike. Aiden's eating lentils right now.
Oh no, she's gone.
Oh dude, she left us. But we'll continue this in another episode.
All right. See ya.